Okay, now welcome to 4th and 1. Well, I always got it done. Bringing facts by the time before the. I say now welcome.
Come on in, hey.
Okay.
Come on in.
Bring a friend.
On your team, hey.
Okay, now welcome to 4th and 1. I said now welcome to 4th and 1. Okay, now welcome. I said now welcome. I said you welcome.
Thank you.
I said he welcome.
Thank you.
I say now welcome to 4th and 1. She's welcome.
Ooh.
He's welcome.
Ooh.
They welcome. I said welcome to 4th and 1. Well, I always got it done. Bringing facts by the time before the rising of the sun. This ain't me in a shotgun. Hey.
Ooh. That boy Boogie.
Hey.
Basketball, football, but then boy, throw the ball. Yes, sir.
This is me in front of TV.
Hey.
I say this me in front of TV.
Come on.
I say this me in front of TV. Peggy in front of TV.
Yes, sir.
Big Bree in front of TV. Having a whole lot of fun.
Yeah.
If one more hater try to stop me, it's gonna be some dreadhead killers in the lobby. That said, make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you comment, but most of all, make sure you do what?
Subscribe down.
Clear it up. Clear the throat up. Pause.
Yeah.
But make sure your vocal cords is working right.
Okay, that's one down. That's one down. Here we go. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you comment, but most of all, make sure you do what? Subscribe down.
The weekend got the best of you.
Them cigars. The cigars. You messed up a little bit.
This nigga chill.
Damn.
We got some new guys in the building today, you know what I'm saying? But just to set the tone, we're going to go back to an oldie but goodie.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? See what my dog VJ got to say. Ooh. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you comment, but most of all, make sure you do what? Subscribe, dog. Okay.
We got that one from the gut.
Okay. them beanie weenies down there, you know what I'm saying? So now, let's see if the new guy knows what he's supposed to do. Bring the energy, you know what I'm saying? He looking around like, bro, this shit a little different around here. Like, these motherfuckers a little weird.
Exactly.
I don't know whether to buy in or bow out.
Okay.
Huh? But make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you comment, but most of all, make sure you do what? Subscribe.
What a...
Subscribe. Okay.
What up? You missing something.
Hold on, man. Hold on.
What are you missing?
I'm gonna go back to my dog Bree to show him how we do it here at 4th and 1. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you comment, but most of all, make sure you do what? Subscribe, dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that though. I like that.
How the West Coast sound?
Yeah, but he missing. You know
Let me hear one more time, bro. Let me hear one more time.
Let's go back to the new guy. Here we go. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you comment, but most of all, make sure you do what? Subscribe, dog.
Yeah, there we go.
Subscribe,
Dog, yeah.
You know.
You dig what I'm saying, man? Hey, man, appreciate everybody who tuned in for us while we was at Super Bowl, man. We got an exciting show here planned out and laid out for you, man, and let's get right on into it. You dig what I'm saying? First down. Viral moment of the week. Let's see what we got. As an athlete, I care about what I put in my body, especially when it comes to protein.
And as for me, as a smaller guy, I'm always looking for a way to bulk up, especially for those days that I forget my jersey.
This podcast is brought to you by Orgain. Orgain believes in real nutrition, has the power to make a real difference in real people's lives.
Orgain's new 30-gram complete protein shakes offer protein-packed real nutrition designed to satisfy your cravings without any added sugar.
Plus, they're an excellent source of premium ultra-filtered protein with all non-essential amino acids.
Orgain's products are handcrafted with high-quality ingredients that make it taste like a chocolate shake.
Looking to fuel your personal best, need muscle support and recovery, or just looking to maintain a healthy lifestyle? Orgain's 30-gram protein shake checks all the boxes. We keep our office stocked with 30-gram protein shakes at all times. Remember, there's no quick fixes when it comes to your health. If you want more protein, give Orgain 30-gram protein shakes a try. Head to Orgain.com/4th and use code 4th for 30% off your order. That's the best offer you're gonna find. But you have to use my code 4th for 30% off.
Boy, book. Boy, at Super Bowl, boy, you done set some people's souls on fire. Man, they said when you walked in Carolina, you came into a locker room full of losers. And this is exactly what you said on Travis Hunter's show.
When I was the first pick, I went into a locker room of losers.
How did you handle the pressure of being the top pick?
Let's put it in perspective. You're the top pick because what?
Where you play?
No. You're looking at it from a personal situation. I'm talking about from the professional situation. You're the top pick because that was the worst team in the NFL the year before. For me, I wanted to be the number one pick. You could potentially be the first pick, but bro, you have no way of impacting the game like a quarterback does. You can lock down the number one receiver. You can make impact plays on offense all you want, but it's still not like a quarterback. My issue is when I was the first pick, I went into a locker room of losers. Guys didn't know how to win. Guys didn't know how to prepare. It was a culture shock for me. The games don't mean a lot to a lot of people in the league like you would expect. It's just money. Not everybody has capabilities to be impact players. They're just players.
So, boo, I mean, obviously they cut up, they spliced it up. Some people had some responses. Steve Smith, Sr., all right, he said, I've watched and listened from afar as you, Cam Newton, talked about the Panthers. None of us are perfect. Yes, we were 2-14 before you blessed us with your presence. The way you have talked about the Panthers lately, I'm very disappointed. I wish you nothing but the very best. I'm done. 53-man locker room, -1, 52 losers. Wow, breaking news to 89. A couple of other players had different things to say as well. So Jeff Swartz said, a locker room full of losers who didn't know how to win and who didn't know how to prepare. Oh boy, sure, we went 2-14, but the core of that roster also went 12-4 2 years beforehand. Maybe it's a tad more nuanced than a bunch of losers who can't prepare. All right, Cam came into a locker room with a Hall of Fame wide receiver, 2 O-linemen, 2 running backs who either made a Pro Bowl or All-Pro, 2 linebackers who were All-Pros in their careers, plus other high-level contributors like Charles Johnson, Chris Gamble, Travell, and more. Wasn't a bum locker room. So it's like you came in with talent, they're saying, and a lot of people have some things to say about that. And Michael Bell even said, Sam Mills will want y'all to work it out. And he talks about you in Carolina and you and Steve Smith. So
yeah.
Well, clarify your statements. I know that video was chopped up, but what did you really mean?
It's like, when did we become so sensitive? Like when did we become so sensitive to really speaking what the reality is? A locker room full of losers, aggressive, but it's true. I receive what Steve Smith says because, of course, he takes it personal as a competitor that I know he is. He was in that locker room that was 2-14. Jonathan Stewart was in that locker room was 2-14. Ryan Khalil, Jordan Gross, Thomas Davis, John Beeson, Charles Johnson, those guys were in that locker room that was 2-14. I'm not specifically talking about those guys. I'm specifically talking about the culture that was there prior to me coming into the locker room, right? And it was a loser's mentality, right? Even the following year when we went 6-10, there was a lot of losing mentality that was in that locker room.
And that was you on the team.
Including me.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Like, this is the reality of what life has to be taken for. And a coach would always tell me this. You're not who you think that you are. Everybody think, man, I'm this, I'm that. You're not that. You are what the film says you are.
Yeah.
You are what your record tells you that you are. They don't care we had a bunch of one-score losses. You lost. It's not that, oh, man, we was better than what we were. You won. You see what I'm saying? Like, in that situation, going to a 2-14 team, it was a losing mentality that had to be reconfigured for a lot of us. And I'm not saying that, everything got better when I got there, because it didn't. Like I said, the following year we went 6-10. The following year after that, we went 7-9. The following year after that, we went 12-4, right? First round bye, but we lost to San Fran that following year, or in the first round. But I say all that to say, we got to stop being sensitive, dog. Like, I receive a lot. Should you take it personal? Absolutely. But is what I'm saying true? Is it me saying that, when I came, I made everything? No, I never said that. Mm-hmm. What I said was, if you're getting drafted number 1, you're going to a bad football team. That's facts. Yeah. And that's the point that I was trying to tell Travis Hunter. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? So for me, it's like everybody is so taken aback. Like, Cam said this. Yeah. Bro, it's the truth. It's the truth. There was times in Carolina that I did not know how to win football, which was bad football. If that makes it easier for people to digest, then cool. Mm-hmm. That still doesn't negate I was not a good football player. So if you want to throw me in the bunch and just say, okay, I have no quarrel with Steve Smith. I'm not going to take this as an opportunity to start beef. Like, no, I saw Steve at the Super Bowl, and I told him my only regret with him was I wish I would have had Steve Smith in the latter part of my career rather than as a young player, as a rookie. Because I didn't value, nor did I know how to communicate at all times with a guy like Steve Smith. Yeah. So I'm not going to take what he tweeted and say like, oh man, like, well, fuck, like, no, that's what some would want to come from this. Yeah. We already ain't in the best situation right now in the stances of who and what I am in 704. Yeah. You dig what I'm saying? But we got to stop being sensitive now. Yeah. And shit, if I'm the only motherfucker that's speaking truth, shit, well, I'll take that. Because ain't nothing that I've ever said was never not backed by merit. I'm not going to bite my tongue. I'm not going to quarrel. I'm not going to sit up here and shrink and take what I said back, because it's not. I felt how I felt and I spoke on how I spoke on. Yeah. This is the potentially first pick of the draft. Top 5, top 3, top 2 pick. Mm-hmm. And I wanted him to understand, just like I want everybody to understand. It's like, yo, professionally, not personally, you're going to, like the team who's awarded a top 5 pick is typically a bad football team.
Yeah, historically, yeah.
You have to learn, there's pieces in that locker room that you have to flush out.
That's true.
That's just the nature of everything. Now, did I get an opportunity to speak in depth of what I mean? Like, no, bro. Like, it's a lot. Like, we got to stop this sensitive ass way of thinking like everybody's taking everything personal.
But is it sensitive, though? Hold on. Is it sensitive, or is it a former teammate holding you accountable of like, bro, this is what people taking it as, and this is how I feel? Like, what's the difference between sensitivity and it's like, I don't think I'm a loser or we were losers?
You're not. Because that.
So it was never the players the losers.
No, it was
the mentality.
It was certain players. It was the mentality that had to change. It was learning how to be better teammates that had to change. You can have the same roster, but a mentality is different. And in that same roster, you don't have a winning formula of knowing how to be good teammates. Yeah. Then you have that same roster that learns how to win. You see what I'm saying? I was a person that came into a league where I threw my most yards in my first year, right? Mm-hmm. That was me saying like, yo, bro, I got to throw for 300, run for 70. Like that was I thought. No, bro, you got a dynamic duo in D'Angelo Williams and Jonathan Stewart. Correct. Trust those guys. Let those guys get off, right? You got a all-pro, potentially Hall of Fame receiver in Steve Smith that can beat man coverage. Allow him to win. It's a trust factor there, bro. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to just throw on the guys that's in the locker room because it's the facts. Before I came there, it was losing. When I got there, it still was losing mentality. We had to learn how to win.
Yeah, and that can change from year to year.
It can change from year to year, bro. It was certain tactics that the film that we put out there was just losing ball, learning how to protect the football, learning how to play complementary football. And it's not one person's glory to say, okay, when we got this person, everything changed. Because I've had losing seasons, which was bad ball. And then I had winning seasons where it was good ball.
Yeah.
But that's not to say like, yo, I would say that following year, it still was, when I was on the team, it was still losing football that we had to learn.
Yeah.
So not taking it personal to the degree where it's like I was the difference maker, because that's not what I'm saying. I was making a point to Travis to say, bro, understand this team that you're potentially going to, whether it's 1, 2, or 3, they're a bad football team. And losing football is what is prominent in that locker room right now.
Yeah.
You have to understand that.
You had to earn that number 1 spot.
You have to. You have to. But even for him, he's a receiver or a DB. For me, I was a quarterback. So even for him, he doesn't know how to, really make a play. He can do his job, but that doesn't mean that's going to equate to wins. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So dare I take full responsibility for changing the culture in Carolina? No, that's not what I said. And I think a lot of people are making me out to just be this individual like, yo, Cam's such a selfish, but like, listen, bro, first off, I'm not, you can't find a teammate that can echo what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
I wanted to win. Coming off of what I was used to, bro, 3 years running. Won a championship at Florida, national championship, went to junior college, won a national championship, went to Auburn, won a national championship, and then boom, I'm the first pick of the draft. I was in a trance where it's like, yo, like people don't know how to win. It was extremely frustrating.
Because you didn't know how to lose.
I did not know how to, come on, Peggy. I didn't. My expectations was like, yo, I'm on the team, we gonna win.
Correct.
When I got on the team, we still didn't win. And it was extremely frustrating to me.
Yeah.
So dare I say, there was things that, I did, and I was just the revolutionary to winning because I needed to learn how to win in the NFL. Yeah. I did turn the ball over. I did put the ball in jeopardy. I did know I needed to perfect my routine of preparation. I needed to learn how to take care of my body. If this was going to be the type of style that I was going to play with, I needed to learn and really make sure that by game time, my body was at its premium form.
Yeah.
Those things that you have to learn. Yeah. Certain things was learned in weeks, certain things was learned in months, certain things was learned in years.
So was that the type of things that the rest of the team had to also learn? Is that what you're saying? Like by that second year there, it was like everyone's understanding like how much they got to buy in, how hard they got to go, the mentality and preparation.
Bro, it's a lot, bro. And every year, every game is completely different. So dare I be the one that says like, yo, I was the reason why we started. No, it was a bunch of players combined that had their way of shifting the culture in Carolina.
Yeah.
I never took full responsibility of saying like, I. No, I said like, yo, you're going into a locker room full of losers. Because they felt as if like, yo, we just coworkers. There wasn't no routine of holding guys accountable. We was just losing, not really focusing on why we lost and what needed to be done for accountability purposes of saying like, yo, bro, you got to be better.
And a new coach came in too with you.
Everything, bro. Everything. So, man, so sensitive. I'm saying like, yo, bro, it's the truth. Yeah. And if you take fault or you take it to heart for what I said, it's still the truth. Nobody can sit up there and say, well, I'm a winner. But what's the team's record? It's 2-14. Like I said, yo, the following year we went 7-9. Do I get to say like, yo, we were winners? No, motherfucker. We still have to find ways to win. The ultimate goal is still collectively as a team to win the Super Bowl.
So being from Charlotte, obviously the Panthers fan, love my home team. And obviously you are one of, and probably are the biggest face when it comes to Carolina Panthers. You can't say Carolina's Panthers without saying Cam Newton. But as a fan, it's like, how do you feel about the organization as a fan? Even if I was to hear these statements, this video, and that was that question, what's your thoughts of the organization and how you feel about the Panthers?
I don't know. I can't speak for another person. But remove the emotions.
But I'm saying for you, if I had a question of how does Cam feel about the Panthers, how do you feel about the organization and the Panthers?
Man, that would always be a problem. I mean, we talked about this in nauseam, bro. Like, there's no need for me to keep going back and speaking how I feel about Carolina because it's evident at this particular point in time. So no matter if it was in Carolina, no matter if I'm talking about Dallas Cowboys, no matter if I'm talking about the Philadelphia Eagles, no matter if I'm talking about the Kansas City Chiefs, bro, I only know one way to deliver the news, and that's by fucking truth. And if you take offense to my truth or what I deem, bruh, I don't know what to tell you.
So that's what I was gonna say. I can see both sides. Like Jeff here said, 2 years prior, they went 12-4. But the year you got there, the year prior, they went 2-14. So you said they were a team full of losers. Is
a locker room full
of losers. Is there like is there some sort of for you? Do you look at it like, hey, if y'all was losing last year, y'all are losers, or
it's
you know what I mean?
it's like in any locker room. That's what the responsibility of upper management to assemble a winning roster. Mm-hmm. Right? You have missing pieces that you go out in free agency, you go out in the draft, and you acquire to say, hey, this person can be a difference maker in our locker room, whether it's an offensive lineman, whether it's a quarterback, whether it's a receiver addition, whether it's a linebacker, whether it's a D tackle, whether it's a field goal kicker, whether it's a punter. It's those people's responsibility to say, hey, we have to, this is our focus going into the offseason, and we have to assemble it in that type of manner. And it doesn't matter if the person is all pro bowler, or a perennial, person who's really good at what they do. It just comes down to, are they a good match for this specific team? Because there's times where, even in 2015, when you ask yourself like, yo, Cam, were we the most talented team? Fuck no.
Yeah.
But I felt like every single game we were the better team because guys on our team, we meshed good. We knew it wasn't always about getting credit or this person, being the prominent piece. It just that's the thing about team sports. It's like, yo, one game Stu may have 120 yards. The next game C-Mac may come in and have 80. But then have another 30 and receive. It was like, yo, we just needed to find ways to win a football game how that game required us to win. Yeah. And every game is completely different. So assembling a roster may not be on paper something that's easy to say, oh, we're going to win with that roster. It's still a losing roster. Because when you have matchups in a given game, it comes down to being able to say, does this team work great together for us to be in the best situation to win this football game? And when you're looking at a situation where you're 2-14, 7-9, 6-10, no, it's not good enough.
Yeah.
But still, my one question, I'm just trying to clearly get it. Like, if the year before or 2 years before they played well, and then
they lose
last year they lose that 1 year, for instance, does that just equate to them being losers, or could it be a fluke, or is that just how you see it?
Okay,
every season you earn, if you're a winner or a loser.
But just because that roster was good for that year, that does not necessarily mean the carryover means that you guys are going to be a good team. A la the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys made minimal gains in their roster because the year prior they went to the playoffs. This past year they had pretty much the same roster, same receiver skill set, probably added 2 or 3 pieces, but it still didn't mean that roster was going to be in the same position with the year before. You had to start over. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Every year is a different year. Every game is a different game. So no matter what you may look at from the skill set or the talent on paper, it still comes down to, did you win?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and if you don't win, bro, you're a loser. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And there's not times where I can't say that, yo, Cam, like, bro, I remember I was at an Under Armour event in Baltimore. True story. And I just thought about this. And Wes Welker, was there. It was a horse racing event by the name of Preakness. Kevin Plank would have, multiple different people and personalities from all types of walks, from entertainment, movie stars, whatever. It was a dope event. Well, this particular year, Wes Welker was a free agent. Okay. Right? Going into free agent market, like he was one of the top acquired, talented receivers that, teams are going after. Correct. I saw him at this party, and whether he was in his right mind, I was in my right mind, no matter, I asked, I was like, yo, bro, shit, come to Carolina. We trying to build something great. Motherfucker straight face. I don't want to go to fucking Carolina. Y'all don't fucking win.
This is when you first got there.
Bruh, this had to be year 2, year 3. And he said it so raw, bro, what the fuck? Anybody would take that shit personal, because I took it personal. Yeah. It's like straight face. The motherfucker looking there I want to go to fucking Carolina. Y'all fuckers don't win there. And I'm like, what? Wait, did this motherfucker just try me? But it was the truth. We had not won. So it's not for me to just feel disrespected. The competitor in me, that's why I can receive what Steve Smith is saying, because he was a part of that. The competitor in you take offense to that, but the reality still doesn't change. You aren't what you think you are. You are what the film and the record dictates you to be.
Don't lie, right?
That's all I'm saying.
So with his statement, obviously, it's nothing personal to
Nothing
Steve
personal,
Smith.
bro. And in business,
It's
nothing personal,
Black
bro.
and white, yeah.
So as people watch this clip in anticipation of what is Cam going to say, it still doesn't negate that what I'm saying is the truth. Should you take offense to it? If you're a competitor, yeah. But at the end of the day, that does not discredit what I'm saying and what the point that I'm making here.
Yeah, they're not losers, but the locker room, the mentality walking
The
in.
roster didn't equate to wins. So however you want to fucking cook it or cut it, dog, it's not good enough. Straight up. And if that roster is not good, then therefore we're needing to make some changes. Change the GM, change the coach, change the quarterback, change the players. That's just what this business allows, just warrants us to kind of have. Damn.
Look, we had to clear it up, man. Look, you can't.
No, Peggy,
I'm talking about Panthers. It's how long?
It's true.
But that's what I'm saying.
It's truth, though.
It hurts, but it's true.
I just tell you like this, Peggy, if we wasn't doing the same type of numbers that we was doing in 4th and 1, we would have to make some fucking changes. But on this show, shit, I dropped back and that motherfucker looked for motherfucking player P, Alpaca Peggy.
I'm over for that. What's good, bud? Yeah. Come on now. Yeah. Damn, Nola tore the voice up.
It did. But I'm giving you all I got, Peggy.
Come on, hey.
I'm giving it to you.
Lose on me.
Peggy.
What's good, bud? Yeah. Come on now.
There we go.
Need some people in the comments to help out.
Come on, it's all right. I'm leaving it all out there on the team. You feel me?
Leave it out there.
You the star player, Peggy. I need you, bro.
I got you, dog.
I need you, bro.
I'm lined up.
Cause shit, we'll be a locker room full of losers too if we didn't do no motherfucking numbers.
Oh my gosh.
Hello.
Just this season. Next season, things can
Oh,
change.
okay, things can change.
You gotta earn your stripes.
And it's
every
not
year.
personal, Peggy.
It's just business.
How was your weekend, Peg?
Bro! We was at the Super Bowl. It was dope, bro. We got a lot of content that dropped, a lot still dropping. You know what I'm saying? Radio Row, 2nd year. It was good, bro. It was good, bro. I think 4th and 1, the brand of 4th and 1 is growing.
You think that?
I know that. I don't even think I know. It's you don't see it all when we just hear, but when you go out there and you go and it's in front of live people, I think that's.
Favorite part about this weekend, Peggy?
Bro, my favorite part, I have 2 parts, and crazy as it sounds. Number one favorite part was actually sitting and interviewing with Ron Rivera, number one. Mm-hmm. But it was so genuine to see you, Stu, Greg, Rivera, and even when obviously TD came in on another day, but just y'all four sitting there and being able to be like, yo, this was
the good old days.
The good old days. And being able to witness it. And and that's the crazy thing about my perspective. I felt like I was filming it again. Because I've seen all of y'all on the team. I've been there at practice to know some of the stuff y'all talking about. Being in the locker room after wins, losses. So being able to be that fly on the wall and going back and be like, dog, I remember when, like, this person locker was over there. Like, obviously, you know, Coach Rivera breaking it down with the prayer after the games and the meet, you know, all of that stuff. Like, it was just like, damn, this shit felt good just to feel the energy. And it's pure, you know what I'm saying? And so that was good. And then the game that you and Stephen A., it kind of showed two elements in one day of, like, Cam Newton, the evolution of Cam. Yeah. You got Cam, player, Carolina, but then it's like, where are you now? Media Cam. And it's like, Stephen A., obviously you giving him your flowers, he giving you yours. But y'all two, even in this media space, dropping gems on Travis, that was a good thing to see and be a part of. So,
did you go to any of the parties?
I went to NFLPA party, popped out there. You know what I'm saying?
Did you go hunting or was you just out there?
Man, I was chilling, man. Chilling, bro. I was, chilling.
I'm going to tell you something, Peggy. I'm going to put things into perspective for you. Last year, like 365 days ago from this exact point, you were kind of like the unknown person. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? And our relationship runs a little deeper because I appreciate your sacrifices to get to where you are now, right? And even though we joke about it, there's a lot of truth in our jokes. And anybody who knows me and Peggy, they know, kind of like similar to me and TD, like we just
talk shit.
You talk shit. You know what I'm saying? We talk shit, and it's not to ridicule. It's the intentions is like, bruh, I seen you, boy. Your breath was stinking, boy, but I ain't want to call you out here. Go some gun with your shitty breath ass, boy. You know, like that's just how we go. You know, and I found where you, and even looking around here, it's like people, it don't hit the same, but Peggy was there. No matter at what point in my career, following the 2015 year, Peggy started to really insert himself in my life, personally and professionally. And with that, this Super Bowl was something where I was taken aback because every discussion that we kind of have, I always try to empower you to say, like, bro, I need you to think bigger. You're going on the days where you're the cameraman. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like, you got to start thinking as an executive because that's what you mean to me, right? And I started to see, like, we had a discussion earlier in 2024 where it's like, bruh, amongst other things, but one of the things that I said is like, bro, you're becoming me, whether you want to accept that or not. Yeah. And I remember, like, you had made a post of you signing autographs. Yeah. And I'm like, man, look at this motherfucker from corny ass fucking Central, this skinny ass bastard that think he motherfucking cool as shit, and he's doing it with so much grace, and your life is changing, bro. And I want to tell you that I'm proud of you, but understand, like, yo, you've came a long way, but we have a long way to go. Yeah. And just whether you accept it or not, like, you can't go back.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't turn your stardom off. You can't just say, like, yo, I want to be Peggy today, and the day I want to be Omari. It's like, no, bro, like, it's on. Yeah. So you look at people different. You can see it coming from a mile away, especially for you being behind the scenes. Now you being thrusted to own the scenes, your whole perspective has changed of, like, how people view you. Yeah. You went from the guy taking the pictures to now you're the guy that people are taking pictures of. Yeah, yeah. Hey, yo, can I take a picture? Hey, man, that's man, what's that? That's Peggy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that was surreal too, because it was like obviously when I'm around you, people be like, oh, that's Peggy, boo, that's Peg, what up? But then when you start on my own, it's like, bro, what's up, bro? Well, I love the show. We was in the airport and people saying something, and then like the autographs or photos and stuff, and you just like, bro, seeing you deal with it so much, and I don't even know if you remember, when I was living with you during COVID, and I'm like, I don't know why God put me in a position to live and see your life, every moment of it. But then now it's starting to be into fruition, because it's like now you know how to handle, like when you say with grace, some people might not even know how to handle that or treat people in the space.
Yeah.
But one thing that really happened to me that was that really hit, it was a kid that came up to me, and you was on First Take, and he came up to the rails and he was like, man, we took a picture. I forgot where we was. And his dad was like, you spoke to my son. You stopped and spoke to my son. And it made a difference in his life. And me, I'm like, okay, cool. Like, but that hit, because it's like, bro, you always have to be right. And I know you used to say, it's like, man, I got to get myself right before I come out into the world, because you'll never know how you're going to affect people. Yeah. And that was a big thing, because this kid that I'm like, how do we even cross paths? And I don't know what I said to him, but I'm glad I said the right things, because it made a difference. And another thing, I went to like a bar just waiting on my Uber, and I'm ordering a ginger beer, and I'm like ginger ale, and this dude sitting there, he was like, whatever he want, I got it. It's on my tab. And I'm like, who? Like, why? What? He was like, I see what y'all doing. I love your show, and I appreciate it. And I'm like, dog, you can't even, when you was like, it's always somebody watching. It's always somebody watching. You don't think about that until it becomes a real thing, you know what I'm saying? And then you value moments that, like being able to walk down the street is a moment that everybody normally was like, oh, I can just go walk across the street, but you can't walk across the street and not be noticed. So seeing these things, and it's like, that was the biggest thing for me, is like this past weekend, I was just in observation mode, and like being able to savor some of these moments, that being able to walk somewhere and nobody gotta, like if you do something crazy, if you say something, people they don't know, this is like, oh, this person said it, but now they like, that person, Peggy said this, or Cam seen this, so Peggy, that was a big thing.
You a star now, boy.
Man, bro.
You a star now.
I'm a motherfucking star, boy.
Yes.
Face ass.
I peeped when we was at the Creator League game, and you were standing there, we were trying to get in or whatever, and some people was just like, hey, yo, Peggy, Peggy! Hey, and then pulled out their footballs and tried to get you to sign and stuff. I was right there, so I had seen it. And then it was cool when I seen Donovan McNabb pull up on you, and was just like, the shirt off, oh man, Peggy. Like, so it was cool. It was like everybody locked in.
But this is the thing that Peggy don't necessarily know. It's like, I mean, my life has been numb to experiences that it's just like, it's expected, or certain things that comes with it. It just is what it is. But what Peggy didn't know, when I saw McNabb before the interview, he was like, man, where my man at, man? Where my man at? And I knew who he was talking about. I was like, man, the dude that took his shirt off, man, Peggy, hell yeah, man, I love that motherfucker, man. And those are the things that, as this show grows, I would never want him not to, or anybody to not feel like they're appreciated, because the more that he does with his platform, the better it is for the show. You see what I'm saying? And understanding like, yo, we created this all off of an idea, and having good energy from the like those things it takes me back to the locker room. And, you know, as I just pray for wisdom and understanding and guidance, like you take everything serious except for yourself. Yeah. Right. Yeah. That's what I learned. It's like, yo, so somebody can say shit about me, like, why you wear certain things, you dress weird, but it's like, yo, bro, like, I love me. You know what I'm saying? And for the people that's around me, I want to bestow those type of things, you know what I'm saying, on them. But as we keep this show going.
But I gotta say this though, before we move. Even with these flowers, bro, I appreciate it. But we all, and I'm just saying it, thank you. and I said it, and don't take it lightly, for the vision, but also being a vessel.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of people that's like, I'm shining, and this is about me. But even the perspective of like this dynamic right now, even in, obviously you hearing the voice of Breland and, you know, Brendan being a producer and all of this, you have to have a foundation to build upon. So thank you for being a foundational piece of this and allowing everybody to have a piece to the puzzle, you know what I'm saying? Because it could be a totally different way. And so as much as everybody's eating and being fed around, do have to say thank you, you know what I'm saying, for being that trailblazer.
Yeah,
So,
that's received, Peggy.
you know what I'm saying, bro? It got to.
But we got rules and bylaws on this show, Peggy, that I don't think that everybody's abiding by. Jersey? Are you not wearing a jersey?
I'm wearing a jersey.
What jersey you got on, Peggy?
This a Monarch, this a Negro League jersey, because it was like we in transition between football and basketball. I had this
Monarchs are a basketball team?
No, it's really baseball, Negro League, but
where were the Monarchs? What city was the Monarchs in?
KC. This is purposeful, KC. It's purposeful.
What are we doing? Who's over this?
Now look, man. Now I know you looking at
Bruh,
me too,
this
bro.
is on brand.
Come on, man.
The Super Bowl just left.
That's what I
Kansas City
said.
Monarchs.
Now I'm a. Hey, look.
What are we talking about?
A hit dog a holler. Go ahead, B.
Hey, I'm not wearing today. I ain't taking my shirt off. I ain't taking my shirt off because we said the football season, and we just looked through the clips. Don't play with me.
And people at home, I thought it
If
was
we want to bring it to
season
the basketball
myself.
season, we can do that.
We
I got
need to get
basketball
jerseys for basketball season. So the jerseys don't stop. And they don't stop.
But I like how you put it together today, though, Cam. That's hard, Cam.
Ooh.
That's good. That's tough. That's tough, though, the way you put this
Got
together.
Jazz on?
Yeah, that's tough.
Utah Jazz?
That's tough. That's tough.
Now,
Yeah.
get off me.
Yeah.
God damn, hold on.
Do
That
you
peg is
know
small
what
on,
jersey I'm wearing, Breland?
Oh, what's that's Malone?
Come on, man. We getting all these context clues.
That's the only person
Reaching
I've
back.
ever seen. Utah Jazz.
Tricking
The
his
only,
phone.
the only big I know in Utah Jazz history is Malone.
Come on now. You can't forget about John Stockton.
John Stockton wasn't a big though. He if any number below 30, I'd have probably won John Stockton.
Yes.
Yes.
The mailman.
You know what I'm saying? It's just on brand, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't matter what season it is, Peggy. I can step with the best
You
on.
gonna step,
You know what I'm
huh?
saying? It'd be like, bro, your bow tie don't go with the shirt, with the jersey, but they go with the shirt though.
On the
Stay
gridiron
with
or the
me.
hardwood?
Stay with me.
Okay.
Stay with me. The sauce swag, the ensemble is immaculate.
Is it sold separately?
Come on now.
The aioli.
Come on. You feel me?
You
So,
don't know me.
got the Malone postman. You feel me? All-time leader scoring at one particular point in time.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Big that was putting buckets up.
Yeah.
Underneath the basket.
You know what I'm saying? On the pick and roll.
Yes.
Huh?
Yeah.
So,
Fire.
There we go,
rocking
man.
with that. Hold on, bro. I know we talked about it. Did you have one hot moment from Super Bowl weekend?
no, man. You know, this Super Bowl for me was a little slow motion because, like, I'm in this transition in my life where, like, I wanna be extremely obedient. Like, I just need to master my routine, bro. I went 14 days straight just working out, and I'm really assembling, like, the structure to create my own workout club. Like, I really want that. I really want to bring people together for the greater good. Because
tell the people.
That's what I come from. I come from, you know, like, team shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, accountability has to be in any type of place for growth to really happen. And there's times where it's like, oh man, I'm working so much that I don't have time to work out. But shit, you can work out at 5. Shit, you can work out at 4. You feel me? You don't got no excuse. And I keep being reminded by really like the Mamba mentality. It's like, yo, stop negotiating with yourself. And over that time frame, even during the Super Bowl, like I was making sure like I was going to sleep, getting my rest so I can wake up at 5, knowing that I still got a production call with First Take at 7, and then, you know, gotta be full energy, fully locked in on that, then go straight to Radio Row, and then from there, you know, whatever somebody else is pulling me to go do, like I have to be there. And with that routine is just a plan to make sure that I'm firing on all cylinders at all times. So yeah, man. So I didn't get to really party like I really wanted to, not like I am a big partier. But I was getting it in the weight room, Peggy, while you was on your 3rd REM sleep.
Nah, bro, I was up.
Feel me?
Yeah, right, I was in the post, man. At the post, man.
Here we go, man. Next thing. This episode of 4th and 1 is brought to you by Row. Confidence is everything. Women can sense it, and trust me, they love it. But if you're in your head worried about performance, that swag, unfortunately, gentlemen, it's gone. Row Sparks keeps you ready. When the moment hits, you can step up like a superhero and handle your business. No doubt, just confidence.
Fellas, Rose Sparks gets you ready fast, dissolving under your tongue and working in 15 minutes on average. No waiting, no missing the moment, plus it stays active up to 36 hours.
So when the mood hits, you can go back to back to back, round after round after round. Row connects guys with medical provider 100% online, so there's no awkward conversation with in-person providers. Go to row.com/sparks to see if you qualify. If prescribed, new sexual health patients gets $15 off Sparks on reoccurring plan. Connect with the provider at row.co/4th to find out if prescriptions Row Sparks are right for you. That's ro.co/4th for $15 off your first order. If approved, treatment ships directly to their door. Compounded drugs are permitted to be prescribed under federal law, but are not FDA approved and do not undergo FDA safety, effectiveness, and or manufacturing review. For full safety information, go to row.co/safety info.
Man, just now, man, just what everybody want to know, man. What moment was better for you as a content creator? Being around other creators for the flag football game or interviewing guests during the Super Bowl weekend? And we got Boog and the Loafers.
Come on, sexy. Okay, Adam, Quavo.
So Boog and the Loafers dropping dimes.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. I was with Team Speed, and on paper, bro, we was horrendous. Yeah, not even gonna lie.
I was, you came in a locker room full of.
I was, bro. We was looking real skeptical, and being the trigger man, I was like, who am I going to? Who? Like I looked across, and you know what I'm saying. Certain times you gotta just make sure that you just do what you can control. You know what I'm saying? Guys was really out there selling out and making plays. Adam W, KB, Quavo, Sexy Red, Lotto.
Star-studded.
Bruh, Ryan Clark, you know what I'm saying, coached his ass off, you feel me? And we got the dub, bro. We got the dub. So I had fun. And everybody was asking, like, why are you wearing what you was wearing? It's like, bro, loafers, it's just on brand, bro.
We need to put those in the Hall of Fame. Loafers need to be, like, on the show.
Come on. Yeah, I'm not going to do it. Like, it's so on brand for me to just go against the grain of as far as fashion. Yeah. I need my glasses. I need my thinking hat and my Sheikah. You know what I'm saying? And I need, you know what I'm saying, some type of sauce that's just really like, that's Cam. So
just to ask about some of the players, Quavo, Speed, Adam W, and guys like that. Who were you most surprised by this Creator League game?
Speed.
Yeah.
Like the fucker's explosive, bro. Like he really has quick twitch, you know what I'm saying, playmaking ability. And I ain't really know that shit. So Bruh, playing in that game, dog, in any type of just open forum, like, type of game, everybody wants the ball. Yeah. Bro, I'm open, bro.
Yeah,
I'm like, bruh. Having one football with 7 individuals that's just like yearning to get off. I'm like, bruh. Yeah. You keep running fucking 40 yards downfield, bro. That's not a winning, like, formula for us to win. Like, let's keep just nickeling and diming, and then boom, let's go down there and make sure every single time we got the ball, we score. And that's really what it came down to. I played the game last year, and I kept thinking to myself, it was like, yo, we missed opportunities. So every time we got the ball, we needed to score.
At a celebrity game, we missed some opportunities.
No, so it came down to, and I don't even know if they realized it on the other team, like they didn't score before halftime. So I was like, oh, we got him. Oh, we got him. Oh, we got him. Oh, we got their ass. Because like last year, bro, like we lost, and I was like, I felt a certain type of way. I was like, damn, bro, these motherfuckers ain't even good. But shit, we just put it. You just got to do.
I'm gonna play with you next year.
You know what I'm saying?
Put me up,
especially versus Vic. Vic, you know what I mean? It's Coach Vic that is. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he got the best of me. So I was like, nah. We gonna get 500 back to 500.
So to ask to add on this question, was there any player on your team that you were most disappointed by?
Yes.
Who was that?
Sexy Red.
What? Not get him sexy. What was Sexy doing?
Get him sexy. Get him sexy. Get him. Man, I was like, bro, she was sassy as I don't know what.
Yeah.
Like.
In the middle of the game.
In the game. And I'm like, all right, Sexy.
Come on.
Like, this is what we gonna do. I want the ball. Throw me the ball. So I give her the ball and she freezes. I'm like, motherfucker, run. And you know what I'm saying? Lotto was on the team too.
She did good.
And I'm like, bruh, Lotto, just run. You from Clayco.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You from Atlanta. So I'm like, yo, I know you done been, you know what I'm saying, in any certain situation where you done been around. But they used to just sitting pretty. Yeah. And I get it. You know, it was pretty, but I'm like, yo, we trying to win a fucking game. We need you to just, whoop. I feel like looking at it on paper, we had the advantage from our females versus their females. Mm-hmm. So trying to keep everybody locked in. But yeah, Sexy Red, like, baby, you gotta. But long story short, we won.
Yes, sir.
You feel me? Star-studded. And holla at me next year. You dig what I'm saying? I just win. Here we go, next clip.
It is going down in the NBA as we cross over. Luka, AD, obviously we know about the trade. It was a blockbuster trade. We talked about it before. The world talked about it. But since the trade, all right, we got AD, his first game, balling. First half, second half, hurt. He's already hurt.
What?
Already hurt, bro. So hurt and out on his first game. People are very upset.
Can I say something though?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what the state of the NBA is right now. So I'm just not catching up. You feel me? I would always tell Mike Wilbon, I got to connect with him, as well as Stephen A. Smith, is I always, and even really Shannon, like they're so good at covering sports, and that's my challenge to myself. Yeah. But I really I know how to miss some time, you know what I'm saying, with covering sports. I'm excited to really dive back into basketball.
Just get your studiousness up.
Yeah, I gotta go, download NBA 2K just so I can know who's really good. You know what I'm saying?
But we gonna be there.
Oh yeah, we gotta be there. I know SGA is balling. You know what I'm saying? I know, LeBron is obviously with this. You had to be living under a rock if you haven't, heard about the Luka Doncic trade. But this is really something that I thought about while I was traveling.
What's up?
In our lifetime, Peggy, think about this, and Breland. We have never seen the Los Angeles Lakers have a white person to be a star.
The main scorer.
Jerry West.
Did you see Jerry West play?
Oh, no, he's talking about in our lifetime.
In our lifetime.
Rest in peace to Jerry West.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Right. But you're right. You're right.
We've never seen a white person.
Shaq and Kobe.
Shaq and Kobe.
Magic.
Yeah, that was the
LeBron.
first
James
time
Worthy. Like that whole thinking was like, yo, LeBron, AD, but now you got LeBron and Luka. Yeah, and Luka is young.
Young, 25, I want to say?
26.
26.
And it's written for him to be the star.
The next up is
depending on, what LeBron does and what he doesn't do. So
yeah, so everybody, Mavs fans are really upset with Nico Harrison for obviously agreeing to this trade. AD out. Luka just suited up a few days ago with the Lakers. They did well. They won. They beat the Jazz. So that's the thing. But we also have to show the cameraman got caught off guard because the fans are saying fire Nico. My man right here. So my man got caught, and then got kicked out.
Bit boy, Jelly Roll.
Bruh.
Man, he don't even go to the games. He came just to do that.
Just to do that.
Yeah.
Fire Nico.
Nah, that's a flex move.
Yeah.
That's one of the dudes like Nico was observing in his suite. Looking at the Jumbotron. Oh, fire me. Don't worry about it. Hey, hold on real quick. Yeah.
Get him out of here.
Yeah, section 300. Yeah, big boy. Yeah.
10 quarter zip.
Yeah,
Get him out of there.
Take his ass out of there. You want to be petty? We're going to be pettier. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Get your ass out.
For the rest of the year.
You talking about. Yeah. And don't come back. You hear me? Here we go, next clip.
All right, man. Kevin Durant being Kevin Durant. All right. He tweeted, he said, I know this may be a reach, but this comment is by far the craziest shit I've seen this week. All right, NBA Central. Kendrick Perkins says he was the real leader of the Thunder. It doesn't mean you're the best player if you're a leader. All right, he said, when I was with the Thunder, it wasn't KD. It wasn't Russ. It wasn't James. I was the one leader. All right, this is what Kendrick Perkins said. He was the leader.
Right.
Hey. So this is
all I'm gonna say is they ain't bullshitting. Like, I was the real leader of the Oklahoma City Thunder. This was James Harden, Kevin Durant. It wasn't none of them. They was coming to me. Face that.
That was a good ass.
That's pretty good.
I ain't saying that I was the dude. I ain't had to put up 40 every night, but they came to me. Yeah. I was the big dog. Face that.
Well, this is what the real big dog said there, his response.
Easy to say our locker room is not connected when you come in there 45 minutes before and guys are in their game modes. We're not talking to each other. 4 or 5 guys might be in the training room. A few guys might be in the weight room. It's not a welcoming environment right before the game. You know what I'm saying? And that's just part of getting ready to play. You know? So I think it's unfair and lazy to categorize our team as toxic when you come in there for 5 minutes throughout 4 months. That's the only time you've been in our locker room. Then you can make a narrative. I don't think that's fair to us, but like I said, that's part of the game. It's part of the business we signed up for. Shit's not fair in this game, but we got to deal with it and accept it.
I think there is a report.
Who gets more disrespected than Kevin Durant?
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's exactly what I was feeling.
Why do you feel that way? Do y'all really think like that Warriors championship, like him going to war? It just seemed like everybody was a lot more disrespectful to Durant when he went to the Warriors and won that chip and then left. Like when he ring chased, quote unquote, as they say, people just got out there.
Sometimes, dog, you gotta stick and stay.
Yeah, that's facts.
He should at least ran up twice. Call it what you want, bro, but championships ain't everything. Because you look at a guy like Kevin Durant, who's arguably one of the best to ever play, and he's not getting the respect like a LeBron James. Yeah. And even though LeBron's been on 4 teams, see what I'm saying? Cleveland, Miami, Lakers and went to Cleveland again.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you're a journeyman like Kevin Durant, that's just what it is. It's almost distasteful to call a guy like Kevin Durant a journeyman, but bro, he's been a fucking walking bucket since he was in fucking Austin, Texas. Yeah. Since he was at fucking prep in high school. You see what I'm saying? Like Kevin Durant was always that guy.
Yeah.
So for him to get drafted by OKC, well, it really was the Supersonics.
The Supersonics.
Then going to OKC, then winding up in the Warriors, then going to Brooklyn, then Phoenix.
Yeah, he been in a lot of places.
So
he keep his bags packed.
But bro, like,
I feel my only thing is I feel like people shouldn't judge him or critique him off of the fact that he moved around so much now, because we've seen a lot of players move around and it doesn't necessarily mean that they win. Like, he had his one chance going to LKC and he won, but like James Harden moved around. Kevin Durant.
But does that hurt your career though?
It shouldn't. It shouldn't. If you want to move now, it's the way of the game. It's like there's hoopers everywhere, bro. Who would have thought that SGA and doing what he doing over there and going crazy with just the people he got is, you know what I mean? Like,
but it's okay. I look at it like this: like what Kevin Durant has done is no different than what Carmelo ended up doing. And it's no different than what Chris Paul ended up doing.
But they don't respect him like LeBron. And Kevin Durant is better than both of them.
Yeah, but I just feel that his career has took a hit because he went to so many different teams.
Yeah.
And if he would have took the Giannis, and it's not to say Giannis ain't trying to get the fuck out of damn Milwaukee, but we see guys like Dame Lillard who tries to stay loyal to a team. Yeah. But it's like, bro, I gotta get the fuck out of here, bro, because I gotta go get me a ring.
But they would kick your ass out, though, if you wasn't doing your job. I just don't understand.
But he wasn't. You can't say if he was doing his job because he's still producing.
He was doing, yeah.
But I'm saying, why be loyal to a team? Because if you wasn't doing your job, they wouldn't be loyal to you. That's the only thing. But I just don't get. I don't know if it's his aura, but the same amount of teams, well, not the same, because he had 4 where LeBron got 3. But it's like you don't, and it maybe be the number of championships that he has. I don't know what it is, but it's really his personality, or that people just snub KD as not one of the greats, and I don't know. It's just weird. It's like taboo.
Bro,
it's taboo.
Bro, I seen this meme where we would think that this was Photoshop, seeing Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Russell Westbrook
all
on the team. And not to forget Serge Ibaka.
Yeah.
That was a real super team.
Bro, that was a super team before they blossomed.
Yeah.
Before they bloomed. They were young, vibrant players, and they went on a run. I don't know who they played. Was it the Mavericks? They played somebody, or was it the Lakers early on in their career, where it's like, yo, these motherfuckers are here. Yeah. And then they get KD out, or James Harden went to Houston. Yeah. But even for James Harden, James Harden's been around a lot of places.
But it's like this though. It's the same thing, and it's an analogy. It's just like a girl. The more dudes you see her with, it kind of waters down
the beauty.
The value.
Like anybody can have her.
Talking peg.
Anybody can have her. You know what I'm saying?
But I'll tell you like this too, from an executive position, you don't get traded or get shipped off if that team is performing at a high level. You just don't. Like, look at one of the top teams right now in the Cleveland Cavaliers. You know, Spider was
been there. Yeah, he been
there.
You know,
they not really reconstructing that roster because they're winning. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like if the places that Kevin Durant have been, if they were producing at a high level like they were supposed to do, I think he would have had more of a landmark position, and it affects how people perceive him, because there's no fucking way that you got Kendrick Perkins talking as if he was the leader. And just because you're the leader doesn't mean that you're the best player, doesn't mean that you're not capable of leading, because everybody leads in their own distinct way. Some players, even though they may be superstars, they may be a self-starter, and they're a lead by example type of person. And I sense that with KD.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say much. I'm gonna just do much.
Yeah, like bro, you know me. Like if I'm a young player or if I'm an old player with playing alongside KD as if I know him, I would say like, bro, just watch the fuck out the way and let him fucking cook. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Everybody's not the vibrant voice that, hey man, hey, let's go, dog, let's go. You got players that are responsible for that. That doesn't mean your superstar needs to do that. Yeah. But what you do need from the executive or the person who's assembling the team is to take account of like, yo, we need somebody to control these motherfuckers. Because the best LeBron James always had a dog alongside of him.
Always.
Like when LeBron was at his best, I think LeBron was at his best when he was in Miami.
Him as a teammate and him just
when LeBron James was in Miami, he was the best LeBron that anybody has ever seen. Why? In my opinion, it was because of D-Wade. Yeah. That leader in D-Wade, you got guys like
he taught him how to win. Championship. For
sure. Udonis Haslem, those guys, Chris Bosh, like those guys are vocal. LeBron is vocal too, but he had to learn that and take that responsibility from the superstar, because as the superstar, as the playmaker, bro, everybody can't compartmentalize, and it's daunting, whether you want to agree with it or not. Like, yo, when you look at the Golden State Warriors, would you say vocally Steph Curry is the leader?
I would say Iguodala was a leader on that team.
It's
the same thing I was saying about like Udonis Haslem in Miami. So I don't know if Kendrick Perkins is all the way wrong, because they were never the best leaders, but they were probably the most mature to say, hey, stick like with
tighten up.
Yeah.
Tighten up.
So I mean, some people say Kendrick.
But to the point of Golden State, when they're at their height, I didn't look at Steph Curry as the natural leader. His skill forced him and thrusted him.
Yeah, was the show.
Like he was I'm a lead by example. That's not to say I may be wrong, but when you look at it from the outside, that was Draymond's team.
Yeah, right.
You think so over Andre Iguodala?
Yes, hell yeah.
No,
Draymond was the tempo setter.
Yeah.
On the court of like, hey, we not.
Did you see him
around.
slap the fuck out of like teammates? Like, bro, this is my team. Like, you gonna come in here, you gonna have fucking order that's set by me.
You typically know who that leader is by when they walk back to the bench, who's talking to who, like in their face and in their ear. And I feel like it was definitely Draymond.
Steph Curry didn't necessarily need it. I've never seen a clip of Steph Curry really like, hey, rallying the troops. You see Steph Curry making the plays and everybody is ignited by his play.
They trust him.
But when they're not playing up to their potential, Steph ain't the guy that's like, yo, let's go. Steph is the guy that's saying like, yo, I'm going to make a play and I'm going to get everybody involved.
I'm going to get you, I'm going to get you believing.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, so even with Klay Thompson, like Klay Thompson was a silent assassin from afar, but that's not to say he wasn't the DNA of the team. And when Kendrick Perkins is talking, of course, like you have to respect him for what it's worth, because he may have been the tempo setter. But when you got guys like Russ, when you got guys like, Durant, when you got guys like,
James Harden.
What if he was? And the only reason I say that is because they were all pretty young back then.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, he was the one with the most maturity. That's the same thing with Udonis Haslem. That's the same thing with Andre Iguodala. Is like, you coming in, you're a star. You play better than me, but maturity-wise, bruh, I'm trying to tell you, like, hold it in the road.
Because he had won with the Celtics prior to that, no? Is that right?
Perkins?
Kendrick? Yeah. He was with the Celtics before all that, so he had already won.
He's been with some teams.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was on that championship team.
But needless to say, though, the two things can be true, right? But from Durant's standpoint, like, he's an elite player of our generation. And I don't think that he gets the credit that he deserves, because he is snubbed a lot because of his journey, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? And that's just something that just needs to be looked at, studied, or observed. You feel me?
Right.
So, here we go. Second down. Questionable call of the week. Let's see what we got.
Coach Prime Time. All right, he coaching, but the boy's still a player now. All right, he gonna get in the game, and he's smooth with it.
So am I like, today I wanted to rep the Eagles. So like
I see.
you know
did
what
that.
I mean?
You
I go
did
look
that.
at colors and.
What's your favorite color?
Well, lately I've been into dark chocolate. So that's been like my thing, you know.
The dark chocolate, huh?
You know,
You
yeah.
eat dark chocolate.
It's been the flavor of my
Good job.
season. Let me tell
Yeah,
you.
I understand. I
You know,
understand.
more to come.
Yes,
I thought you were going
Lord.
to say
Oh, them
red.
the twins?
but-
The Bella twins?
Red is like
yeah.
my favorite, but I mean,
What the fuck were they?
Yeah, she said dark
I
chocolate.
like dark chocolate. Even in my search, you'll see dark chocolate.
That is, I feel like.
Chocolate.
I love it. Oh my gosh, I love it.
But prime, boy, prime. Is you mad? What's wrong about this?
And I know. I'm saying he a coach, but he's still a player.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, he a player coach.
Okay.
You see what I did?
I see what you
Shit, like, bro, man, if he didn't react the way he did react, we will be having some questions.
Questions, okay?
You see what I'm saying?
All right.
Like, bro, that, like, I fuck with Prime, bro. Like, he's still a man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can look on the menu.
Yeah.
You just can't order all the time, depending on what your situation is.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But I smile a little bit more when you got good, beautiful people around you.
Mm-hmm.
By way of the opposite sex for me. You know what I'm saying? I
For me too as
don't
well.
like listen, I don't want too much like cool, all this testosterone and alphaism going around, but you nuke that with some soft legs.
Uh-huh.
And they look pretty, smell good, looking like it too. Oh my goodness.
Talk.
Yeah, y'all want to talk? Oh, definitely I'll talk. Oh, man. So, Prime, you ain't did nothing wrong.
No, I'm playing.
You definitely didn't. That motherfucker is dark chocolate. Shit, I'm like caramel mocha, you feel me? But let me stop
pecan
that.
tan myself.
Pecan tan.
Yeah.
But Lord Jesus, double the trouble.
There you go.
Here we go, next clip.
All right, man. Talking about enhancements. Ocho. My boy said he got surgery.
Where we were in action, and she said in my ear, "Go deeper. Stay with me now." And what hurt me is I was already all the way in. So I had ran out of PP.
You do understand the cameras are rolling. Who you are now
Yeah, completely
is
different.
manufactured because it was surgically enhanced.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And and I'm comfortable saying that. And I can tell you that this is something you would never be able to get on TV. That's why we on your show.
All right, Peggy, you ready, Peggy?
Boom. My boy said he was all the way in the game. She told him to get in the game a little more. What's up?
Listen.
What did you say a word?
Let me just say it like this. With all this augmentation, bodily augmentation that's going around, a lot of guys don't have enough. Like you look at it and be like, damn, I ain't got enough, Peg. I'm all the way in there.
I'm in
I'm all chips are in.
on the table.
Are in that pushed forward. Cheeks are clenched.
Oh, my Lord.
I'm giving you everything I got, baby. And it still ain't enough.
The rag is
But
ringed out.
this is the reality that you have to be able to wear your chin high and your chest broad and stiff back, is to realize, like, even in that situation, fellas, you still won.
Come on now. Tell them why they won. What did you win,
Because
boo?
by the time she find out that you ain't got enough, it's already too late. It's already too late, baby. Because it's been times where it's like, Jesus, oh my God. And she looking at you and you looking at her like, baby,
Hey.
what you about to do?
Better get yours before I get mine, huh?
But that's just the marathon. done.
Bruh.
But the performance, if you get to get augmentation, so should the guy.
So you agree with the surgery?
I don't, bro. Whatever floats your boat,
You're not against it.
flow. But for me, I'm working with what God gave me. I'm natural or organic, USDA certified. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I tell everybody who listens, bro, she ain't fucking you because of how big or how girthy. Like, nah, bro. By the time she finds that out, it's cool. You know what I'm saying?
The game gotta be so tight.
It's good. She fucking your aura. She fucking your weight because of how you make her feel. It's the nouns and the verbs, Peggy.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Now, your mini-me can take you a long way.
In a short time.
But understand, it's more to it. Before your mini-me has an opportunity to perform, it ain't that. Because if that would have been the case, everybody just walk into a situation, hey, drop yourself. Let me see what you're working with. Yeah. By the time she find out what you're working with, it's already too late.
And a lot of times,
it's already too late.
A lot of players, your mouth work.
I'm not Peggy. They speak for yourself.
No. I'm a third leg pig. I'm blessed by the best, baby. I ain't gonna talk about
myself.
You know what I'm saying? Check my resume.
I had an OG tell me one time, man, shit, let your mouth work for an hour and then give all your mini man the credit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of foreplay going on in there. But for me, boy, like I said before, I'm a sprinter. Huh? Like, listen, baby, you better, Shikari. You sing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? No lies.
Short distance.
I'm not going around like that's.
And you ain't got time for it.
I don't have time for that. But with all this augmentation that's going around, it gets real tricky because it's like, baby, you got amenity enhancements. Well, I didn't.
So it's a machine versus man.
It's man versus train. John Henry. Huh?
Yeah.
Here we go, man. I'm exposing myself, but I just gotta be. I wouldn't be me if I don't keep it above. Hey, so if Ocho decided to get some enhancements, bro, good.
Power to you, brother.
Cool. Is it me? No. But there's times where you done been performing and be like, bro, I ain't got enough. Lord Jesus. And she know. The real ones know. It's like, it's okay, baby. It's okay. That's when she just rubbed the back of your neck and just like.
Not a participation trophy.
Listen.
Nah, bro.
The real ones. Tell you, they whisper in your ear.
It's okay.
It's okay, baby.
Bro.
That was some bullshit.
That's when the competitor you gotta come out, bro.
It's some bullshit, but next time you gotta do a little better. Yeah. And I'm like, you know what, baby? You right.
You a real one. Gotta get back.
And still.
Counted on my record.
Here we go, third down. Fan question of the week. Let's see what we got.
All right, Simon says, thoughts on Luke Kuechly not being a first ballot Hall of Famer?
Yeah, man. That one hit me.
Was he robbed?
I do. I do. Because if we're talking about body of work, first ballot, I think Luke deserved that. He has everything that any defensive player would ever want, career-wise. The respect, he has that. The accolades, he has that. Defensive Player of the Year, All Pros, Pro Bowls, those type of things, and just leading the league in tackles and just his impact was definitely, something that anybody would respect. And yeah, that was one of those ones that I said, yeah, I think he got robbed.
Yeah, he got robbed. Yeah, I feel the same.
Are people just voted into the Hall of Fame? Is that how that works? How does it work?
There's a committee, and it's anonymous sometimes, but it's a process though, man. It's one of those situations. You look at Sterling Sharp, a person who that I look at. They always say first family of footballers in Mannings, but now we have to start saying like, yo, for the culture, hey,
that boy Sharp,
the first family of the niggas. Shit, it's the Sharps. Mm-hmm. You dig what I'm saying? You feel me? So having a household, being the first family to have brothers in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, that's something that's just extremely admirable and not to take lightly because that's something that's pretty cool. Next clip.
All right, so shout out to Jacob. He says, does this season or Super Bowl put Jalen Hurts in the elite QB group?
Man, you know, as the discussions happen prior to the Super Bowl, you start to say like, yo, I don't know if this will or not. But when you see the times that he's played Patrick Mahomes, he's outplayed him every single time.
People about to start researching that now.
No, for real. And just man, listen, I'm a real motherfucking nigga, bro. And I'm not too good to say that I fucked up and I made a mistake.
Talk to me. How did you fuck up, bro?
I said something that say like, yo, how would the Philadelphia Eagles or Jalen Hurts fare if he was in the AFC? And boy, oh boy, was I wrong. Because every time he plays an AFC opponent, I think their record is like 14-1. Like they strong.
He touching them up.
You feel me? And I think Jalen is a person, bro, that we living in the world of showmen. We live in a world where people and they listen more to the squeaky wheel rather than the smooth wheel.
Gotcha.
If that makes sense. Like Jalen is like the smooth person. Like he ain't gonna, create controversy. And when he really makes his case of like, yo, who's been through more than me? And he still is in a position right back where his career has always been, a new play caller. Because you got Kellen Moore who just took the New Orleans Saints job. And now he's going to have a new offensive coordinator. And he still found ways to perform at a high level. And the thing that sticks out to me about Jalen Hurts is just because he has not shown, that doesn't mean that he cannot show. When he puts the ball in the air, he's extremely accurate. When he's asked to move his team and win football games, he's extremely efficient. And that's what you want from a quarterback. Now, does those numbers mimic him to the Joe Burrows, the Josh Allens, the Patrick Mahomes, the Lamar Jacksons? My thing, and still what I've always said is it's not set up for Jalen Hurts to have those type of dynamic numbers. But if you're asking him to perform at a high level, he's not picked up that phone and said, okay, I can perform. Because we've seen it. Pairing him with top tier quarterbacks, what does his statistics look like versus those guys? And that's what we have to just be honest with. So does this put him in elite status? I think so. I think so. And it's not because of his overall body of work. It's game by game body of work. I don't think nobody wants to see a Jalen Hurts or play against him.
Yeah, they wouldn't just choose that team.
You know what I'm saying? And I've been extremely, analytical about who Jalen Hurts is. Calling him a game manager, calling him, a person is he top 10?
And he's so consistent, though.
He's a guy who plays within himself, and the way he plays is not what we're used to seeing.
Right.
And I can relate to that.
And he's sure of himself.
I can relate to that because for so many times in my career, having 200 yards, 215 yards, to some, you're not going to lead the league in passing yards.
Yeah.
But I pick it up, too, by having 65 yards rushing.
Right.
Hey, it's 3rd and 8, and then, boom, it's man-to-man, or they bring a pressure, and I find a crevice in the defensive line, and then I get a first down. Those things don't show up in the stat line. Jalen Hurts ran one of the things when I did catch the game, he had a play when they was obviously up big, and he rushed for 17 yards. On paper, it was like, yo, that's a 17-yard scramble. But the timing of it was just like, that's a backbreaker.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
And there's so many times that it's like, yo, man, we got to stop this nigga, man.
Yeah.
I played the game that way. It's not conventional to analyze a quarterback when we're used to seeing the Bradys, when we're used to seeing the Josh Allens, when we're used to seeing the Patrick Mahomes, the Peyton Mannings, the Aaron Rodgers, and those guys, how they can carve up a defense by their mind or their arm.
No.
But with Jalen Hurts, he presents a whole different element that you have to start really judging and saying like, yo, it doesn't matter how he's doing it, he's getting it done.
Yeah.
So, yes, he's thrusted himself into elite status because no matter what the circumstance is, in the famous words of Coach Belichick, you win the game how the game needs to be won. And that's what Jalen Hurts has done.
You got it done.
And continues to do. Here we go, Newton's Law. Let's go with a blast from the past and last week's game of the Super Bowl, and let's talk about it. All right, let's talk about the Super Bowl standouts. What you got for me, Peggy?
All right, who is your role spark plug from the Super Bowl, Cam? Did you have one person that was just dynamic, that spark for you?
I'm going with the Super Bowl MVP, Jalen Hurts. Because really, too, you got to think about it. If going into that game, Steve Spagnuolo, you say to yourself, we're going to take what got him here away.
Got you.
And that's Saquon Barkley.
Yep.
But if Jalen Hurts beats us, it is what it is. You compound that with a couple turnovers and still allowing, hey, that person to beat you, you can lose like that. You don't take into consideration of turnovers or field position or things like that. But Jalen Hurts made the most of every single opportunity, and I'm just so proud just to say that. And I've been extremely critical of Jalen Hurts. Yeah. Even so much so, like, interviewing him and us talking off the record is like, yo, bro, like, what's up? It was a little contentious, but sitting back and watching him perform, bro, I could not be more happy because he's the guy that everybody praises athletes to be. Humble, right? Don't be a distraction, right? He is the most disrespected football player, and in large part, rightfully so. Too much is given, much is required. On paper, the Philadelphia Eagles had the best team. Yeah. That's not to discredit what Jalen Hurts still had to do for his team to win. Everybody played a role in them winning the football game, and when it came down to making the plays, in the famous words of Stephen A. Smith, it can't be your fault. Yeah. So when it was his time to make a play, Jalen Hurts made the play more times than not, and that's why I give him the Super Bowl standout or the role spark plug person of the week.
Yeah. Is there any you talked about a play earlier that Jalen Hurts had. Was there any other play that was a very standout play of from your perspective on Jalen's Super Bowl play?
Man, honestly, I didn't start watching the game until the second half. You know, I was traveling. I had a conference that I needed to go to, and I was just expecting, like, yo, I want to watch the second half, given that the game was going to be
better in the second half.
Like,
bro, it was going to be close, yeah.
When I woke up from a nap on a plane, I looked over, and somebody was playing the game on their screen. Yeah. And I looked down and I said, 24 to shit, that cannot be right.
I mean,
I thought it was a statistic that they were showing, like, yo, penalty yards or some shit like that. Yeah. But when you in the airport and you started finding the TV screen, you said, like, yo, it's 24 to shit?
Damn.
What the fuck happened?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, damn, it was a lot that went into it, and Philly just played bully ball, bro.
Yeah, they did. They was hungry. They was that hungry dog.
Bro, they had that energy. It felt like all fucking week. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
We won't be denied type energy.
Like, I don't know if it was me, but I was looking very close to just how they answered questions at, you know, the press conferences and things like, bro, Philly went into this game with a plan. Yeah. And that plan was to make motherfucking Kansas City extremely uncomfortable.
They did.
And, you know, like Mike Tyson said, man, shit, all that shit cute until you get punched in the mouth. Then what's your plan? Yeah. They got punched in the motherfucking mouth.
And kept getting punched.
And when the time was for somebody to make a play, they made those plays. And I was extremely like, yo, okay. These motherfuckers ain't fucking around. They had a whole case of Fay and Fo.
Say what?
Fay and Fo.
Break it down for the people.
Fucked around and found out that Philly ain't coming here to bullshit.
That was crazy.
Like when you got those 50-50 balls, I seen Devontae Smith had an opportunity to make a play. That wasn't a wide open catch. Like he made a play. A.J. Brown beating his man-to-man matchup with him and McDuffie. Everybody was making it a big deal. Like, yo, bro, when you look at the statistics leading up into the game, there was not a better player versus man-to-man than A.J. Brown. And this is what the thing is that me knowing football will say. A.J. Brown is not your gadget receiver, meaning he's not going to run the reverses. He's the old school, line that shit up and give me the simple routes, the indie routes, which is a short end. You got a slant, you got curls, you got stop routes, you got bang eight, short eights. These timing routes that Jalen Hurts does well. Very accurate. Every time that they had a blitz call, they had an answer for it. And that's what good preparation does.
That Cooper DeJohn pick 6 though, that set the mode. I was watching them like, yo, that kind of got me. I'm like leaning back. I'm like, yo, this a little different. Because he ain't even picking. I picked it up, taking it to the crib.
Right. So
like,
there's times in games where players around, Saquon is great. Jalen Hurts is great. AJ Brown is great. But when it's time for other guys to make plays, we got to make those plays. And let's kind of backtrack real quick, because there's something that I thought the Philadelphia Eagles was in a situation where they had to win, and they did. When you have a year like Saquon Barkley had, for him to say, hey, it's about the team. I'm going to eliminate my personal, desires and setting records. It's a bigger thing that I'm after. And that's winning the Super Bowl. He did not play the last game, and that was something that I thought he should have played. Just to be able to make it even better. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a guarantee that they would have gotten to the Super Bowl, but he bought in. And what is that to say about Coach Nick Sirianni? Call him what you want, whether it's conventional, unconventional, prototypical, he's not the coach that we're used to seeing in the Andy Reids or the Bill Belichick's or these guys. Like he's gritty.
Yeah, he a fire guy too.
You know what I'm saying?
He don't argue with
but
the
he got his guys to buy into what he was trying to coach, and that says a lot about a guy.
It's big.
Does that so in the next season, for instance, when contracts are being negotiated and things of that nature, does that minimize how important Saquon is in a sense because they won the championship without his
Saquon got all Saquon's new deal will now reset the running back market.
I hope so.
Because one of my favorite impactful interviews over the weekend was with Terrell Davis, and he said something where I think everybody should take heed to this type of method. Let's strip the position. Every quarterback is not a game changer on their team.
Correct.
And you think about it, it's like, oh shit, damn, that's true. So if you strip the position and say like, yo, whoever the game changer or the most valuable player on that team, that warrants that specific money. You feel me? So what Saquon is asking for versus a Sam Darnold, like how is that even comparable? Both is needed. Don't get me wrong, but you're gonna tell me Sam Darnold is asking for around $40 to $50 million a year, and you got Saquon Barkley making $14, $15 million?
But what do you say about that? Like, obviously they held him back during the Super Bowl, but this is the thing. They held him back. He didn't have a breakout game, but I would say, because it's kind of controversial, he didn't have a breakout game, but he was able to free up everybody else to have a breakout game. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like they doubled down. They was like, look,
Saquon not going to beat us.
Saquon. But that also made everybody else
A.J. Brown.
So you got to pay the man, because if he wasn't as of an asset.
To garner a lot of attention, which brings on the pointing back to Jalen Hurts. Now we're going to make Jalen Hurts beat us.
Throw the ball.
And he beat us.
He did.
So if I'm Nick Sirianni, I could lose like that.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Saquon wasn't going to beat us.
Listen, I'll be damn bullshit. he not
If
gonna
y'all
beat
say if he can do it all, he ain't never showed it. Show us today.
us. Show us the motherfucking day. And every single time people have asked Jalen Hurts to show us, he has showed you what he's capable of. So going back to what I said, just because he has not shown doesn't mean that he cannot show.
Well, talking about the show, man, we got to talk about the halftime show. All right,
Beautiful
Kendrick
segue.
Lamar performance. He had a lot of subliminals, all right, throughout his performance, all right? Starting off with his A chain, all right? So, obviously, in the song, They Not Like Us, reference to A minor, the diss to Drake. The chain was a minor symbol of an A. He could have had anybody dancing, but he had Serena Williams. She made a cameo, crip walking. You know, the ex of Drake. You know, they had a little time when they was talking or whatever. So they broke it down. It was just a lot. The revolution will be televised. The background was the American flag formation. And he had Samuel L. Jackson as Uncle Sam going along throughout the whole, narrating the whole performance. So, Boog, man, what's your thoughts on this halftime show?
The greatest beef that has been lopsided. Or like, bro.
That's a hell of a get back. And I also got to give you this last thing. The viewership. The only other halftime performance that was more viewership than Kendrick's was Michael Jackson's 1993 halftime show, which was 133.4 million, and Kendrick's viewership was 131.2 million. So it was close, bruh.
Like it's a mixed bag. You know, even when we was talking in the production for prepping this, it's like some people liked it, some people hated it. Some people like, yo, the production wasn't in place, but men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. And this whole opportunity was set up because of the 2024 that Kendrick Lamar had, in large part because of a beef between him and obviously Drake. And if I'm Drake, bro, I think what Kendrick Lamar wanted to expose, he definitely did it. A lot of times in beefs, you don't necessarily always get people to see what you're seeing because it's so much that's going into it, from you know, supporting cast to producers to this. It's like, yo, bro, like, I like Drake when, you know what I'm saying, he making these type of songs. I don't like when you acting tough. So even for me, like, I relate to that because it's like, bro, I only know one me. The same Boogie that Peggy knows is the same motherfucking Cam that fucking Greg Olsen, Coach Rivera, fucking Bill Belichick. Bro, everybody knows the same me, bro. Nothing's changed me. And be uniquely you. So as he's going down these performances, it's like, bro, this dude is literally exposing the guy because his argument is, bro, you're not like that, bro. You're not.
Everybody's waiting on that song too.
Damn. So shit, there's a lot of beefs that we've seen, and for us to kind of hear back in response and like, damn.
But do you think it should be a thank you to Drake? Because if it wasn't, say if it was just not even Soulja Boy and he had a beef with him, I'm just saying, the fact of the matter is the magnitude of Drake also put Kendrick on this level. Because let's be honest, if you're talking about 2 or 3 years ago, was Kendrick even in the talks about even performing at halftime? The fact that Drake is so big also upped the score that, okay, let's try to get Kendrick. Because it would be crazy if they never asked Drake to perform at halftime.
Yeah, and I believe he did get an opportunity to perform. But that's not the topic at hand. The topic at hand is, in any situation or conflict, to some, that's a way to sulk in the corner and say, nah, fuck it. But in some, it's like, yo, this is an opportunity. And he maximized his opportunity. And I don't think it's new for Drake to be in a beef. I think it's new for Drake to be dethroned inside of a beef.
Yeah,
because we've known Drake to have beef with Tyga.
Yeah. He always had the loudest mic.
The loudest mic. Tiger.
Meek
We've
Mill.
seen Drake with
Pusha
Meek Mill.
T.
We've seen Drake with Pusha T, which I thought Pusha T
really won it.
But he was not his
Loudest.
loudest. There you go.
Yeah.
The mic wasn't loudest. Drake always had that. I felt like Pusha T won in the damn Drake beat.
Yeah, I feel like that too.
But now when you have a person that can go blow for blow, a Goliath versus a Goliath, a heavyweight versus a heavyweight, it's like, okay, shit. Hey. But They Not Like Us is not the greatest beef song in that beef rant.
What you got?
Euphoria. Like, bro, I was working out with that. Like, let me know, I'm the biggest hater. Like, I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't just feel like I want the culture thinking like, man.
Yeah, that was the
and this is the thing. Niggas will stamp that. Niggas is really like, bro, finally. Like, where all these, like, because Rick Ross tried to get in there and throw his, Kanye tried to get in there and just like, but the thing about Kendrick ain't never really did no songs with Drake.
Yeah.
Like, what puts Kanye at a disadvantage is Kanye was beefing with Drake. Then they made up, and then he goes on record to say Drake is the greatest rapper of all time. Yeah. And then it's like, okay, cool. And then, you know, all these other players, like even with Meek Mill. Meek Mill ended up making a song with Drake after their beef.
Yeah.
But I feel
I don't feel like Kendrick ain't going.
Kendrick ain't going back and forth.
But Drake ain't backing down either.
He's standing on like, yo, bro.
He been there.
But listen, doesn't matter what Drake says, bro. It ain't hitting the same. That punchline ain't hitting the same. You feel me?
Yeah. But even after the show, Drake had some jabs in the show in Australia. He changed up some lyrics to his song Knife Talk. Man, he pretty much said, the beast is live, spoiler alert, I never died. He's still trying to swing, but it's like, you know, when you're in the corner, you slide down, you try to get the last few punches.
It's over with, bro.
It's over with.
It's over with.
Do you think everybody would look at Drake differently, though?
I was about to say, does he concede? And what does conceding look like? Because
break it down, bro.
If Drake comes out with an album, as a fan of music, if you come out with an album, people are still going to be saying, hey, what's the response to Kendrick?
Hey, you going to answer that?
Hey, finish your breakfast, bro. Finish your breakfast, dog. You know what I'm saying? And
play your games, homie.
At the time, we looked at J. Cole different, but J. Cole knew. Hey, bro, hold on.
Cole.
Hey, I'm gonna stick my chin out, bro. You like listen, like, cause he knew something that we didn't know at the time. This motherfucker Kendrick Lamar, bro, is really one of them ones that we just gotta sit back and just bro, when you really squash a fucking ant with a fucking hammer, bro. This is what they mean. I'm going to shit on you.
But the thing is, it's crazy. It's at the Super Bowl. It's like
one of the biggest events of TV.
And I'm going to be disrespectful in all places, all capacities, in front of all type of religions, like cultures, races, ethnicities, bruh.
It's like, bro, he really, literally did the unthinkable. Could somebody mute Drake?
Who could put a beef at the Super Bowl? That's the thing. It's like, it's supposed to be fun loving. We just all went, no, I'm gonna squash you.
I'm going to shit on you.
Bro, if you think about it, it's crazy because when it came out, the first thing you see is like this X, square, triangle, and circle, like video game. Mm-hmm. Then at the end, they had everybody in the crowd put the things that said game over. Yeah. Right?
He had a lot of subliminals.
Bro, lots of them. Then, if you didn't pay attention, the whole thing where they were dancing with all the different flag-colored, like, dancers, he was in the street. Like, it was a street. Mm-hmm. It looked like a street. They had light poles and stuff like that. Bro, he brought his gangsters out to stomp on Drake in the street.
Yes. But you know what I think? You know what this was, this whole Super Bowl? The game aligned with the halftime show.
Yeah.
You have the champion that everybody thinks is the winner, and that underdog came back and didn't just beat you by a little bit. They blew you out.
Ooh, that's
You're
bad.
talking.
And that is
synonymous.
synonymous, bro.
to
The
how
Eagles blew out the Chiefs.
The
Kendrick
underdog.
blew out.
The really the
Drake.
gritty dog.
Yes.
Real nigga beat
That
up the
Honda
light skinned
dog.
nigga.
But it was synonymous to the game, bro. The halftime show. It lined up perfectly, bro.
Well, we saw, we conquer, ladies and gentlemen. You got anything else, Peggy?
Man, nah, bro. We just gotta tap into all places and spaces where you get your 4th and 1, and make sure you follow 4th and 1 on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Also tap in with your Mashika hat. You know, if you're rocking it like Cam, you're rocking it like Peggy. Make sure you get it. And also too, we have to shout out to the t-shirts. Make sure you go buy a shirt. Planet Euphoria, the 4th and 1.
Peggy, yes, right.
4th and 1 shirt. Also, Game Manager, Game Changer shirt. It's gonna be a link below in the bio. And yeah, man. get that
Anything
merch.
else, Bree Dog? Not the little one, but the big Bree.
No, sir.
Here we go. 4th finger.
Hey.
Finger.
Hey.
Can't forget the pinky.
Yeah.
Back to the finger. The pinky. The thumb. All together.
One love.
You dig?
And that's our wrap.